Today I'm going to explain my jazz improvisation method like you're 5 years old. In order for you to understand what I'm baffling about, you gotta know some basic mode knowledge here. So I'm gonna try my best to explain modes fast first, okay? Okay, so we're in the key of F, alright? We use the major scale as our bass scale in the key of F, right? So the major scale in the key of F, the notes in the major scale are F, we have G, we have A, we have B flat, C, and we have D and E. So this is the F major scale, right? So just to get you to understand modes, if you would start the F major scale from the F, you would just be playing an F major scale, right? Nothing different, right? It's just an F major scale starting F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E. All right? But what happens if you start from G? All right? What would happen if you start from G? You would play G, A, B flat, C, D, E. And you might think, but I would just be playing an F major scale starting from G. Well, in reality, what you're doing is you're playing a G Dorian there. All right, so that's a G Dorian scale. So Dorian, all right? So basically, when starting the F major scale from the 1, from the F, you're playing a major scale, all right? Or also called Ionian. So basically, starting from the A would mean you're playing a Phrygian, all right? From the 4th degree, we're talking Lydian, okay? So that's Lydian. From the 5th degree, it's Mixolydian. From the 6th, we're playing Aeolian. And the 6th degree, we're playing a Locrian. So what do these have in common? All of these, the Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, doesn't matter. If someone says, oh, look at this Locrian lick, you always know that it derives from the major scale. It always derives from the major scale. This is the base. This is the mother, all right? The major scale is always the mother, and then we have these kids, all right? The modes are like the kids, but always derives from F major. So if someone says, can you play an E Locrian? You can just play an F major starting from E. So that's literally the science behind modes. So I hope you understand what modes are now, because now we're gonna get deeper into this. As I demonstrated earlier, a lot of the scales derive from one parent scale. So that means we can think less when improvising. So just as an example, let's take a 2-5-1 in G. All right, A minor, D7, G major 7, all right? This is a 2-5-1, right? 2-5-1. And since this is a 2-5-1, what does 2-5-1 even mean? You probably know this. If you don't, I'll explain it to you in 3 seconds. This is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 5. So this is the 1 means it's in the key of G, right? So this is the mother, all right? This is the mother. This is the 2, which means it's the 2nd degree. This is these both are children. All right, so basically this is what we're using. This is what everything derives from. These are all connected to this. All right, the chords that come before the 1 are connected to the 1. All right, so that's literally what you need to know. That means the 2nd degree of the major scale, if we go back a little, this is a G major scale. Remember what I said? Major, Dorian, Phrygian, all right? So if you would play a G major scale starting from A, you get the Dorian, right? And if you would play it from the D, you get a mixo, right? You probably knew that already, that on the 2 chord we play a Dorian. On the 5 chord, we play a Mixolydian, and on the 1 chord, major. But in reality, the Dorian and the Mixolydian are the same notes as the G. So you're literally playing a G major scale starting from different notes. So with this in mind, okay, so we have an A minor, we have a D7, and we have a G major 7. With this in mind, what that does is we can just think about one of these. We can just think it as G major. But what I've learned during my years of playing, and something that works really well for me, is just thinking about the two. I know many people think about the five, but just using A minor over the D7 and also over the G major 7 works really good. What I usually do is I actually think A minor over the D7. So I think A minor, I just cross this out. All right, I just think A minor, A minor, A minor, and then I just land on the G, and there you can play the major scale. You can even keep playing A minor here if you want to, but this is how I think: A minor, G. And how I do that is I use formations from Linear Expressions, the book that Pat Martino wrote, that literally changed my life. What that does is, how I think when I improv is I literally see how can I play minor. How can I play minor over this chord? All right. So when I see if I see a progression that goes C minor, F7, B flat, a major 7, a 2-5-1 in B flat, I would say, and then I would just think, take that away, make that C minor. And so what I do is I play formations, or actually that's how I learned. I learned formations by Pat Martino through his book Linear Expressions. You can get the PDF in the description if you want the formations sent to your email. They're the best thing I use to improvise, and it makes improvisation so much easier because you think less, right? The less you think, the less you can be in the zone when playing. That's what the formations are made for. And that's basically it. The reason I play minor chords is because it feels natural on the guitar. It feels more natural, all right? It's just how the guitar is laid out. Many people agree with this because it's like, and that's, we kind of, maybe a saxophone player won't agree with this because it's laid out differently, but on the guitar, it's a maze to play guitar. Like, it's literally a maze to find all the notes. Just the minor scales work in a way that just makes it easier. So I just recommend playing minor, all right? Minor conversion is the word, all right? Start using minor conversion, all right? Heart over this, all right? We love minor conversion. I love minor conversion. It's literally the thing that I use all the time. What's great is you can just convert any chord. So basically, if you want to convert a dominant 7 chord, A7, let's say A7 flat 13, all right, and altered, you just play, becomes, all right, a B flat minor, all right? So you can play Dorian or melodic over A7 flat 13. I recommend using the Pat Martino lines that I teach in my course, GuitArmin Method. So you can do that over an A7 flat 13. What do you do over a minor 7 flat 5 chord? Let's do G minor 7 flat 5. What happens with a G minor 7 flat 5? Well, you go up a minor third. All right? Go up a minor third and play minor from there. You play the minor formations from there, all right? That makes it so much easier. And you play a B flat minor, all right? That's how you improvise over a G minor 7 flat 5. And if it will be G minor 7 flat 5 C7, even over the C7, you can keep playing B flat minor. It's like that major 2-5-1. You can just replace the 5 and still play the B flat minor. So it makes it easier, right? And over the F minor, you just change it to F minor, right? So it goes G minor 7 flat 5, C7, F minor. It goes F minor. And over the F minor, you play F minor. That means over the progression to minor 2-5-1 in F minor, you just play B flat minor 7 to F minor. All right? And trust me, this is the best way to improvise. You think less, and you also create lines that are more melodic. you're playing more melodic because you're not a guy that thinks about scales all the time. You're just simplifying it. And that's been my experience, at least. And that's my jazz guitar improvisation system. If you like these videos with the whiteboard, you have to comment down below so I know that I'll keep doing them. I just like the whiteboard thing. I can just mark my thoughts out easier. That's basically what I have to say. Thank you a lot for watching this video. You can see another video here if you want to. Other than that, I hope I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. GuitArmin out.